disclosure. I just filmed me talking about all of this, and somehow my camera cut off. I am not about to refilm this. The cows and horses are upset because I guess I need to go feed them now. So enjoy my welcome back and the parts that I showed before everything cut off. But yeah, I'm coming, girl. Long story short, I left Chicago super excited and treated myself to a big ass shopping spree. That's the third time I cursed in this whole video. Sorry, I'll never do it again. Or will I? But I'm Southern. I am coming. She's so rude. Basically, I'm back. I'm loving it. And I'm about to go be fussed at by my brother's Brahma bull because she wants possibly an apple or feed or hay. I don't know. She's a diva. Thank you all for watch the video. Thank you. I'm life and I love it. Hello, I am Shia. Where have I been? We're gonna get to that. And this video more than likely is gonna be a two-parter, so here goes nothing. I am Shia and welcome to my channel that used to be Shia Creates because I like to create all things, but in my time away I wasn't loving the name. And on Instagram I started off as the Black Crafty Girl, and that was even my, and that still is my username on Ravelry, and I'm thinking I'm just gonna go back to that. So my channel is now the Crafty Black Girl, which was formerly Shia Creates. So yeah. And where have I been? Well, I moved to Chicago, and the best way to say is everything that glitters ain't gold. I went because my salary for my job looked really good. And who could pass that up till you get there and you see the reality that you're dealing with? And basically it's like shit in a handbasket. And this is probably the only video that I'm gonna curse in. But it was horrible to say the least. Anyways, I did have some great things. I joined the Modern Quilt Guild of Chicago, which is amazing. At my first, without giving away what, basically I'm a teacher, but the first school that I went to, the staff and students were amazing. I miss them and still kind of chat with them, and everything else was completely shitty. I was close to my best friend, so love him, and that was wonderful, and he even supported me coming back home. Everything else was kind of shitty, but and that's probably the last time I'm gonna curse. Either way it goes, I decided to come back to what I used to call the middle of nowhere, where I used to think your dream's gonna die. And turns out I was so wrong, because I longed, and it wasn't homesick. It was literally the peace of being out in a rural environment and having animals and having trees and peace and calmness. And I saw this post from Mr. Domestic, and he was saying that when you are used to chaos, that sometimes peace looks like boredom. And I wasn't stuck. I was stuck in my mind, because I didn't try to go out. I didn't try to go do things or just relate. I just stayed indoors and was like, oh, this place. And it was me. And now I'm back and I'm bathing in the sun and playing with all the animals that I should have been doing all along. I'm happy now because it it took not having it to realize how happy and peaceful I am. So back on the homestead with the family. And I have family here, I have family there, I have family over here. And turns out I like their little faces. I like their ugly faces. So yeah, they're gonna kill me that I called them ugly. All of them are gorgeous, homely one. So yeah, either way it goes, I am back and I am loving it, and that's where I was, and I didn't feel like filming or doing anything, but I really want to get back into doing it and doing a lot more of it. And as far as my crafts, oh, by the way, my dogs are with me, so you might hear them. I have decided to focus my crafting. I tend to be a jack of all trades. I'm focusing on hair. I'm focusing on watercolor. I'm focusing on pottery because I saw The Great Potter on HBO. I want to draw, I want to paint, I want to knit, I want to quilt, and I'm not mastering anything. And if nothing else, this time has taught me I really, really enjoy quilting more than I realized. So I have decided to dedicate the last year, and it's only been roughly like 6 months or so, the last year to just focusing mainly on quilting. I have done a little knitting because I have knit night, and sometimes I feel guilty about quilting when it's knit night. So I do have one knitting project that I work on when I feel guilty, or when I just need to step away from my quilting project for a little bit. And I don't expect to finish that knitting project for quite some time. I'll do a video on that later. But everything else has been focused on quilting, and I'm working on a quilt right now, the actual quilting part, not the piecing. So I'll be showing that on my Instagram, hopefully within the next 3 weeks or so, or less. Now, let's get to the meat of this video. I decided to move home, of course, and in celebration of doing that, I did a bit of celebration retail therapy because I was so stressed out. I needed to just elevate my mood some type of way. Do I recommend shopping to elevate your mood? No. Therapy is a wonderful thing, and we should all do that. With that being said, I enjoyed my shopping. I'm returning nothing, and I'm going to show you the things that I have purchased. And the first item that we have that Amazon so lovely put in this big giant box for it to only be one little thing, packaging galore, is this, a creative grid. Now, as far as my quilting rulers, I have one ruler that isn't, no, two rulers that isn't creative grids, and that was before I decided I like their rulers and that's what I want to use exclusively. But I blame M.A. Couture, who mentioned having a yardstick or a meter stick in your quilting arsenal. And at the time I thought, yes, Shia, that does make sense. You do need a meter stick. So I ordered it. This is a 2.5 by 30, that's 30 half. Is this 36? Yeah. Oh, it is a meter stick. Yay. No, yardstick, because a meter stick has 39. Anyway, I digress. Sorry. I have a yardstick. It's 2. That's Lucy. She's mad because I don't have hay, but I'm not the one that feeds her today. It's 2.5 inches by 36. Are you serious? Okay. So that big box contained my bias binding ruler. Now, full disclosure, I really thought this ruler was going to do a little bit more than what it does. I should have watched the videos on it first before I decided to pull the trigger, but I'm not mad about it. I have a Amazon package, but I have a lot from Amazon and a couple of other independent businesses. So I ordered Hiroshima needles. I ordered the embroidery ones because I had the pleasure of, I cannot think of her name, but she's in the Chicago Modern Quilt Guild. She did a presentation on labels, and the quilts that you really have that attachment to, then more than likely you're going to keep, or if you're giving to someone you really love and appreciate, you want to embroider their label rather than just write it. And I don't have an embroidery machine, so I will be hand embroidering my labels, and that's what this is for. Which already semi-opened because I thought it was a charger. I have the Clover Sweet and Sharp magnet for your sewing needles, and I think the side will actually sharpen it, and it looks like, might as well open it since I crushed it. It looks like, oh no, you just stick your needle in there, I think. I don't think it sharpens it. Or maybe it does, and I can't tell. I think it will sharpen your needle, and you just stick it in there with the little stuff that sharpens your needle. See, so technical. But it looks like a little macaroon. Not gonna lie, this is one of those, I fully bought it because I saw so many people on it, on Instagram had it, and I wanted one. You're gonna see a couple of things that I saw people on Instagram with it, and Instagram made me buy it. Shame. These are the thimble pads. I've always wanted to try these, so I figured I will try them. I have ordered some thimbles too. I have some English paper piecing, or EPP quilts, like 5 of them, that I have on my list of wanting to quilt. Will I quilt all 5 of them at one time? Heck no, because I am a one project at a time person. So I'm gonna do one. The first up is Tula Pink's Nova quilt, and I know it's gonna take some time. So I have the thimble, I don't know which one is gonna work, so I have that. Then I'll probably do a machine quilt and then go back to English paper piecing. But I have the 5 that I wanna work on already lined up. So you're gonna see that too. Remember what it is. But this is fabric, yay! About 98% of this is gonna be Tula Pink. I really, really miss Tula Pink, and when I decided to devote myself to quilting, I also decided I was going to stop using black and white, which is my go-to all the time. Like, I'll just do one color in white, one color in black. I decided I wasn't going to do that for a whole entire year, and I've kind of liked it. I've been embracing the color. You'd be happy. But this is Tula Pink Bundle, the Daydream. Oh, look at that. I thought this was Curiouser and Curiouser. I bought a Curiouser and Curiouser Fat Quarter Bundle, and now apparently I have bought the Daydreamer Fat Quarter Bundle. I'm gonna be EPPing my heart out. You all are not ready. You're not ready for these streets. For me, you're not ready. I should stop just taking the scissors to this and just going knowing that half of this is fabric. This is from fabric.com that I ordered. It is a pink, who is this by? Oh, Kaufman. All right, so I do have one that's not Tula Pink. I have a yard of Kaufman. We're just gonna call this a tie-dye. And it is, let's get this gleam off. It is nice. It's a nice blush and yellow color. This is gonna go in something. Can you tell I got a bunch of fabric that I liked and didn't know what project it's gonna go to? So I have truly just decided to have a different approach to quilting. Normally I have the quilt first and then the fabric. This time I've just gone for fabric, and we will see where it lies. So this will just be interesting. Eat my words of I am not using black or white for an entire year. Here is what I did. I have the Tula Pink 2 yards of the fine line white and 2 yards of the fine line black. Can we not see my contradiction already? It's happened, but here's the thing. They're not in a quilt yet. I just have them for me to lie to you and put it in a quilt later. What quilt? I don't know, don't have plans, but I gotta have it. You have to have it. You just never know when you're gonna need it. Ah, yes, the good stuff. So we have Tula Pink, the true color. Oh, I was hoping I ordered this. I saw this from the Curiouser and Curiouser, and I didn't know if I ordered this or not. And now I don't even think I want to use it. But one of the background blenders for the Curiouser and Curiouser line. See, I know why I bought this. I have a yard, and I bought this to use in the Tula Nova quilt. And because how can you not have polka dots? Who went crazy? Online shopping is shy. I'll never admit that though. My oldest dog, he's always been here, so he really hated Chicago. But my new fur baby has only been in the South for maybe 2.5 months before I moved to Chicago. Being here with grass and all that. So here goes more Tula Pink, because why not? This is part of the line work. This is the tail. This is the one with the peacocks. I just had to find this. So when I saw it and I could finally get it, yes. I think I ended up going through an Amazon random person for that. Then I have the Dreamwork, what is it, parrots? The peacock, no, what's the one with the colorful, the cockatoo? No, we're just gonna say parrot, the parrot print. Then in the Curiouser and Curiouser line, I have the Alice falling down the whale tree print, and I have them in the pink, green. At my Quilt Guild meeting, there were a lot of people who were doing their handmade projects and everything, and they had the thread